Our last guests today are Natalie Clark, Volunteer Coordinator for Novant Health Brunswick Medical Center, and Kay Limon, one of the hospital's dedicated volunteers. Welcome to the show today, Natalie and Kay. It's such a pleasure to have you here today. And I'm excited to learn what's going on at Brunswick Medical Center in terms of the volunteer services. But first of all, I'd like to get to know each of you a little bit better. So Natalie, let's start with you. Tell me a little bit about your role and your background.
Sure, and thank you for having us. And I started as a volunteer at Brunswick Community Hospital back in November of 2008. And then when our beautiful new hospital opened in July of 2011, I accepted my position in guest services. And I've been the volunteer coordinator for the past 4 years. And I assist with the day-to-day activities of the volunteers with the hospital departments, help with fundraising, the home volunteers, and just happy to do what I do.
Awesome. Well, Kay, how about you? I see you're wearing the beautiful aubergine attire that signifies our volunteers at the hospital. So tell me a little bit about your role. What is it that you do?
I am the volunteer liaison for the hospital, and as the volunteer liaison, I am on the board with the volunteer committee.
Good.
I do the lost and found at the hospital and help do all the orientations for the onboarding volunteers that come on, and help the volunteers in any way I can.
Great. Well, I see you everywhere. You're always around, so you put in a lot of hours, I know.
Yes,
Natalie, how long have you been at Novant Health Brunswick Medical Center?
Since November of 2008.
2008. And how about you, Kay? How long have you been there?
I started in 2009, so I've been there 7 years.
7 years. That's a lot of volunteering.
Lots.
Lots of volunteering. And I know that you add up hours. Is that
Yes.
correct? You keep track of them, and you get little pins or something, and it signifies
6,100.
6,100 hours. Oh my goodness, that's a
That's
lifetime.
incredible.
A lot of hours.
That's incredible. Great work. So I understand that you all are recruiting for volunteers, and how many do you currently have?
We currently have about 151 adult volunteers, 9 juniors. There are about 50 home volunteer groups and 18 volunteer chaplains.
And but you're looking for additional volunteers, correct?
We are. We would love to have some volunteers apply for our guest services and our surgical transport, the gift shop. We have junior volunteers starting up, and our next program will be in the fall, and so we'll accept applications. They'll actually start in September. And then our pet therapy, we offer that.
You need more dogs?
We do on Mondays and Fridays, and we'd love to get some come in on the weekends. And also,
That's awesome. I love that program.
it is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it seems like there's volunteers everywhere. They're in all areas of the hospital, and it's my feeling that they contribute to that positive patient experience. Can you talk to me a little bit about that, how that works, how that helps?
Sure.
All of our volunteers always greet patients when they come in the door with a smile and a helping hand to help them. They help take patients into patient registration. They go into surgeries and take them to radiology. Any place they need to go, we just want them to have a good experience with us. And anything that they can do in the hospital and in the community, our volunteers are willing to do.
I think the dogs have added a great
A lot.
A new experience to patients. I see patients, visitors, children, everybody. You know, dogs just make you feel good.
You know, another location we're really, we wanted to start at the non-traditional type volunteer. We have that brand new baby grand piano, and we would love for it to have more volunteers coming in and play our piano, maybe come and sing, bring more music, maybe they play a guitar or another instrument, and just bring music into our hospital.
And you're currently taking applications for adults, is that correct?
We
all
sure
the time?
are, yes.
Okay, great. Well, how do you become a volunteer? What kind of training do you get? How does that happen?
The training they receive, they actually would attend a new volunteer information session. Our next one would be scheduled for Tuesday, July the 18th. Then they go through hospital orientation, and then they would have their department-specific training, and then all volunteers and team members are required to take their annual education, but we wouldn't let a volunteer out on their own until they shared they were ready to do so.
Are there any other specific requirements that are necessary for a volunteer?
Yes, we have to do a background check on all of our patients that come in, all of our volunteers that come in for the safety of our patients.
Correct.
We have a 4-hour shift that they have to do every week.
And so that's required, 4 hours a week is required?
Yes, it's required.
That's really not
because
too
we have
much.
to do a background and we have to get their badges and stuff, so we
Right.
require 4-hour shifts.
And then the annual flu
And then
shot.
the annual flu shot.
Oh, and a flu shot, yeah,
Yes.
everybody has to have that. Well, what type of events do volunteers get involved in throughout the year?
Well, throughout the year, we've helped with the Brunswick County Health Expo. We have a beverage tent at the Oyster Festival. We assist with some foundation events, including the golf tournament. And then we have our own fundraisers, some jewelry sales and uniform and shoe sales and some other things.
I understand you have home volunteers. Tell me what that does. What do they do?
Sure, they make baby blankets and quilts, baby caps. We have these cute little teddy bears with matching pillowcases, children's gowns. I'm sure I'm missing. They do so many things for our patients, and they range from we have like 50 or so groups, ranging from one single person to larger groups that meet on a regular basis, and then we host a tea for them each year, and then provide tours of our hospital for them, and then provide some supplies that they might use throughout the year.
Well, that's nice. How about special programs? Are there any programs that the volunteers lead on their own?
Yes, the volunteers do the Lost and Found. They do Compassionate Clothes Closet. They do Cheer Cart. The veterans, we do rounding on the veterans. We do the pet therapy. We do.
Gosh, you guys are in charge of a lot of things.
We do a lot. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Our newest project that we're going to be doing is Braille books and material for.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah, we'll be
that's
offering that
something.
very soon.
That's cool. Cool. Well, that's been great information. I really do appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for coming. And how can they reach you if they're interested in volunteering?
Sure, if someone's interested in volunteering, they may call me at 910-721-1493, or they could stop by the hospital and come through the main entrance of the hospital and see the guest services team member or volunteer, or they also can go online at www.novanthealth.org, and they would choose the giving section and then volunteering, and just make sure you choose Brunswick Medical Center.
Great. All right. Thanks again for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you, June.
You're welcome.